Okay, I'm just about to upload the Dunbar's numbers video. Bear with me at the start of it. It was at the end of a 12 chord day that I was recording it. I do get into it. I do explain a lot about the process, about why it's beneficial, why it's helpful. So yeah, bear with the intro. About 30 seconds in, I start firing and start to see the value in watching this video. Watch it all the way through to the end. And if you didn't like it, you hated it, and you watched it all the way to the end, send me a message on LinkedIn and I will pay you back for your time. Today I'm going to talk about how Dunbar's numbers can elevate your B2B sales in InsurTech, FinTech and PropTech. Specifically, I'll show you how to stay top of mind with your prospects so you're not just another person that they vaguely remember. You're someone they recognise, trust and want to work with. Dunbar's numbers comes from British anthropologist Robert Dunbar. He found that humans can only maintain a limited number of stable relationships due to cognitive limits. These numbers represent how many meaningful connections we can have at various levels of closeness. So there's 1,500 people that you would recognise, whether this be people at the shops that you have came across before, people that are in the same places that you usually hang out. Maybe they work in a similar location to you and you've recognised something about them, their features, how they dress, something about that, and you've associated that to something in your memory. Then there's 500 people that would be classified as acquaintances. So these are people that very similar to your 1,500, but there is a connection to them more than just recognition. So it's maybe you've had a brief conversation with them before. Maybe they work in the same building as you, maybe they work in the same office as you, but you haven't had in-depth conversation. There's nothing more than just your hello, you're right, maybe the smile as you see them. These are people that you would be able to have a conversation though with if you wanted to, you just tend to not. Then there's 150 meaningful connections, meaningful contacts. So these are people that you regularly rub shoulders with. It's people that you would classify as a business friend, business connection, someone that you've done business with before, someone that has helped you with something in business before. You've spoken about something to the deeper level, talking about specific problems. Then there's 50 people that would be your friends. So whether that's 50 friends that are all business related or 50 friends across lots of different walks of life, you will have 50 friends that you can maintain relationships with. Now these aren't necessarily your close friends because your close friends would come under the 15. So there's 15 close friends of people that you can maintain relationships with. And this purely comes to, when it gets down to these numbers of the close friends, these limitations come into, yes, the cognitive ability, but also your time ability. To be able to maintain more than 15 close friendships is very difficult. And then 5 loved ones is the lowest number. So 5 loved ones, this tends to come into family and relationships. So that is a breakdown of how Robert Dunbar separated your different groups of people that you would interact with in your life. The mistake that most salespeople make is they get stuck in that 1,500 or the 500 people that they'd recognise or acquaintances. Very easily forgettable and easily replaceable. Your goal is to move into the 150, the meaningful connections. Someone that they'd actually think of when they have a problem to solve. So there's 2 ways that you can ensure to move into the 150 when selling to prospects. First is building deeper relationships. Building deeper relationships doesn't happen by accident. You need a system. After every interaction, take notes. Capture the smallest details about their business, but also personal goals, hobbies, if they play golf, if they have a kid, if they have a dog. Whenever I run sales campaigns and I'm dealing with prospects regularly, I will take notes of their dogs' names, because you will tend to hear something about the dog on the call, or their dog bark, or when I would go door knocking, there would always be the dog that comes to the door first. And you can very easily just take a quick note in your phone or put it into your CRM ideally of the dog's name. So then when I go back and knock on that door or speak to that prospect again, and the dog barks in the background or he comes to the door first, I can say, "Oh, come on, Charlie," whatever the dog's name is, or, "Oh, is that Charlie going off again?" on the background of the call. And then there's that assumed familiarity, or that built familiarity with your prospects. There's that connection. It's not just for memory's sake to impress them that you remember their dog's name. It's the connection, because only people that have meaningful connections with these people will know the dog's name, will know the kid's name, will know that they go and play golf on the weekends or they've been on holiday. So it builds that connection, and it shows that you actually listen, you actually care about them. You're not just looking for the sale and that's all you care about, it's you're caring about them. And there is a bonus around this. This is so powerful that you can even move into the top 50 or the top 15. So their friends or their close friends from using this, from actually caring. And it's not the trick of just doing it so you can move up the ranks and be in their top 15 and manipulate them, but actually build connections with these people. People are interesting. They will have loads of stories. So hear and listen. It comes back to the 2 ears, 1 mouth. You have to listen and take in what people are saying instead of just talking about your agenda and pushing through to get the sale. From actually caring about people, I've gone on golf holidays with clients. I've been to birthdays, I've been to weddings, I've been to little dinners, intimate dinners with clients. So you can go through so many different stages from just looking to build connections instead of looking to sell. And at that point, you're part of the inner circle. So any problems that they've got to do with business that they think you might have any expertise into, it's easier for them to turn to you because they have that relationship with you. The second strategy to increase into that top 150 is by visibility. So even with strong relationships, you need to stay visible. We all know how hard it is to maintain relationships, from school relationships to college relationships to first job relationships. It's hard to maintain that contact because everyone becomes so busy. They don't have time to meet up with you every weekend and go and play football. So if they don't hear from you for a few months, it's very easy to fade back into that 1,500 of people that they just recognise. So that's where content creation comes in. The beauty of social media, and I'm not a massive fan of it, but the beauty of it is that you can remind people what you do, who you are, every day without pestering people. Whereas before you'd have to call people or send them a letter every day or send them an email every day to say, this is what I do, this is who I am, still here if you need any help. Whereas now you can subtly just be in the top of people's mind, rent that space in their memory for free by just posting content and being connected with them. Now don't just post random content about anything, like you've taken the dogs for a walk or you're reading a book while sat at the spa at David Lloyd. Talk about how you've either solved a problem this week, a story from the week in business, a lesson that you've taken off the back of it, maybe some challenges that you're facing at the moment, maybe some success stories, maybe a difficult conversation that you're looking for advice on. Stuff like this, showing the vulnerability, showing you're a real person, but not just creating content for content's sake. So this will help you go that level deeper. And don't just treat content like it's a lead generation system. Although you can get inquiries off the back of the YouTube channel. I mean, I haven't posted loads of videos, I don't have loads of subscribers, but I have already had 2 inquiries off the back of posting YouTube videos. So it is definitely an added benefit. However, you should see it more as the power of nurturing relationships. If you're sharing your content onto LinkedIn, then people are seeing you, they can't forget about you, they can't deprioritize what they were meant to get back to you on. They are constantly reminded that you are there, you're ready to work with them, and they can get value from you. So don't just settle for being another one of the 1,500 or even 500 that you can give the hire, you're right to, or the face as you walk past them. Be one of the top 150 or one of the top 50 or 15. So again, the 150 is meaningful connections, The top 50 is friends. The top 15 is close friends. Any one of them is good. Obviously, the higher up you can get, the better. Take notes. Remember people. Remember details. Build those connections. Don't just look to sell, look to learn. Share content, because content will do a lot of this for you. And let me know how you get on with this. It's not a quick turnaround. It is something that takes some time. But if you implement this across a long enough time period, it is impossible not to move up the groups of Dunbar's numbers.